Hello everyone. Today is Labor Day. Monday. Monday, September 7th, 2020. I think it was 5 years ago, 2015. I nearly lost my life in a rip current. Um, at the beach in not Santa Monica. It was Venice Beach. I think it was Venice Beach. And um the lifeguards were extra rude and abusive and refused to want to help me. And then they took me to I forgot the name of that hospital in Santa Monica. Um, it's off of Wilshire. Let me check and see. It's off of Wilshire Boulevard, not on Wilshire, but close to it. Oh, what's that name of that hospital? They said it's the hospital where Michael Jackson died at. Hold on. What's the name of that hospital? UCLA Medical Center was where they took me. I didn't know that I was a targeted individual, and this so happens to be 10:33 right now. But I've been doing this video for almost 2 minutes. I didn't know. Shucks, I just looked. It was 10:31 or 10:32 when I start. No, 10:31 or something when I guess started. But um, they took me in ambulance number 33, and I didn't know that was part of my targeting and the numbers that they use. Um, but they treated me extra fucking rude. But then later on, after I got to the hospital, they they took my complaint seriously. And I thought it was because I broke away from the foster and biological family. I didn't realize it was part of, I mean, if I don't go to the hospital for a few years, then they take my complaint seriously of whatever I'm going through. And then after the gang stalkers get a hold of them, that's when they stop helping me and they start, you know, making making it like as if my problems are all mental related. So that day they tried to kill me. That they rough handled and restrained me and some kind of thing and just strapped my whole body down really freaking hard where I couldn't move. And I mean, but the very instance, like, I didn't realize I got swallowed up in a rip current. And I didn't realize I got swallowed up in a rip current. And I was asking for help. I was begging for help, nearly drowning, and everybody ignored me and was in their own little world, and nobody wanted to fucking help me. And then later on, the lifeguard, a white female that was a fake slutty whore that was younger than me, was extra mean and like extra hard and mean and abusive, and refused to help me and refused to allow me to touch her or anything like that. And then when I try to seek for advice online, everybody defended her. As always, every problem I go through, and I don't have anybody in support in person. So everybody. I mean, for years have had to go online for ask for advice or emotional support. After a while, I gave up and I quit doing that. I did it for many years, and you know, so um. But after I got to the hospital, I'm surprised they took my complaint seriously. But she treated me like she thought I was just faking and was very rude. That's why I said, why I call it a lifeguard when they don't care about people's lives and they just, you know, about control and not help, and they don't care about people. And then they think that the people they have to rescue, the people who are in danger, who they have to rescue, that they think are stupid people, you know. But at the hospital, they had no choice but to take my complaints. You want to know why? Because I didn't even know it was a rip current warning. But yeah, it was your responsibility. Yeah. So it was your responsibility to know before you got in that water. I mean, you think everybody freaking who goes to the beach, knows about that? I mean, a lot of people go to the beach, but some narcissistic abusers act like you supposed to be on top of everything and perfect with everything with no excuse. You know, like as if people can't slip and make mistakes. All those times I go to the beach, I guess not with not a care in the world. Um, about doggone rip current. But when I was, you know, I'm not saying I didn't care, but I just went without realizing more, like, and one time, like, I never ever in my life, I never had a problem with the lifeguards in Santa Monica, but Venice Beach, they are a total bitch. Like, they are very abusive at Venice Beach. The lifeguards always yelling at me and telling me something when I was living out in Los Angeles. But the one time I went to the beach in Malibu, once and never again, cause I didn't like all those big huge rocks at that beach. And then I was able to swim at a certain area in the water off and on throughout the day, and then the lifeguard waits till 4 o'clock in the afternoon to yell at me for swimming in that same place. That's like at Venice Beach, they handpick when a certain time you can allow to swim. They have this big rock, this big, beautiful rock, one of my favorite spots at Venice Beach, and I like to go and explore and see the sea urchins, and I guess the thing that is connected to the rock and it's living, and you stick your finger in there, and then it closes around your finger. I thought that was so neat and everything. I don't know if I have past videos of when I was my Los Angeles days, that any past videos that I can upload. Um well, since I have like at least 300 subscribers, you know, I can more people, I guess, will pay attention to them, and people who know me and know I'm targeted. But it's like one moment the lifeguards are looking dead at you, and it's okay for you to hang out and swim by this one area at Venice Beach, and then um, I'll leave and go somewhere maybe to eat lunch, and then come back an hour or two later and then get yelled at for being at that same place. And it was a black guy one time. He was black and delusionally believing he's white, and he got mad and screamed at me for being at my special spot at Venice Beach. And I was wondering, like, what did I do wrong? Why is he yelling at me? And then he's like, but yeah, you were submerged under, yeah. And I'm like, what do you mean? Like, he tried to tell me I was submerged under the water. I'm like, and then after he yelled at me, and he was a black person now, and I have experienced this when I'm the only one gets yelled at about something, even by people who are black. They don't even have to be black and want to be white, but black people, period. And then I I turn around and a white person is doing something, they just sit there and let them do it. Or other white people who are supposedly in charge sit there and let the white people do whatever and don't say nothing. And black or white, they just sit there and let somebody else do something. I'm the only one who gets yelled at and treat it like as if I should have had better common sense than to do that. So this might be part of my targeting. And those lifeguards were probably perps. I guess they knew I go to the beach all the time. Well, not every day, not even every month, but quite often. So one time I caught myself trying to go and have a good day at the beach, and yeah, it was Venice Beach, and I went to ask the lifeguard what the potential weather was for the day. He flipped out on me. I'm like, well, damn. It's like everywhere I go, like people being just extra fucking rude unnecessarily. So this is a different video from what I was gonna talk about, but I'll save that for the next video. The next video is a different topic because I just introduced the idea that it's Labor Day, and here I had a Labor Day memory, about something. I had a Labor Day memory 5 years ago. And, when I had to go to the emergency room, well, they turned around and said that they didn't find anything wrong with me. But, when I said that my neck was hurting, the white girl got an attitude and rolled her eyes and falsely accused me of, well, she didn't call me a hypochondriac, but she acted like as if she thought that I was being a hypochondriac when I wasn't. My neck was hurting and stuff like that. And they tried to say nothing was wrong with me. And I say that's a special spot in hell for people who act like they delusionally believe they're better than perfect, and they just treat you with this form of abuse, So when I called my older sister that retard Ramona, this was her response. You don't go in that water. That was her response. You don't go in that water. And then that's how narcissistic abusers do. Like, if I have a problem at the beach, then, like, all the times I go to the beach, I can go to the beach 5 years with no problem. And the one time I have a problem with a beach, with somebody at the beach or one situation, you should never go to the beach ever again for the rest of your life. That's like when I doodled on the chalkboard writing silly stuff, and when I go into UNO and I would write silly stuff in Spanish on the chalkboard, and then the teacher, Miss Dulce Manis, she would make a joke out of it too, and then translate it to English or something, and then talk about it, and then everybody busts out laughing. But the one time and that's another video I need to talk about, another video I could talk about. It's not important, but it's an event that happened in my life, and it's probably related to my targeting also. That, at University of New Orleans, UNO, that my classmates were probably perps, in other universities. So I was told that I shouldn't write on chalkboards anymore because ever in my life that I should never write on chalkboards anymore because of the one time a guy got offended by something harmless I said. And I'm gonna talk about, y'all gonna think he's bizarre and crazy, but everybody, including my twin sister, freaking defended him that day. So that's another video. But this topic, with the Labor Day and swimming, like my sister Ramona got mad and said, you don't go in that water. And even when I had an issue with being cheated out of money that I found out of the ground when the guy and his mom stole my money that I found on the ground, everybody defended them. And even my twin sister defended that boy and his mom, and then kept repeatedly throwing it in my face. That wasn't on Labor Day, but that was a different beach incident. And I found $47 on the ground, and then that lady and her son the white lady and her biracial son, they, you know, threatened and bullied me out of the money that I found out off of the ground. And then my twin sister got mad and said that I wouldn't go to no beach. Trying to make like I should never go to the beach ever again in life, you know. But I still go to the fucking beach. Damn it. So I'm just showing you how, you know, how unsupportive that even my closest family members are. Well, it was supposed to be closest, you know, closest in blood, you know. But I'm always expected to be there and be supportive of them when they're going through something. Excuse me. So, um, so when my sister Ramona told me, you don't go in that water, you know, I'm trying to figure out what I do wrong. You know, when I got caught in and they said several people got caught in the rip current, and it was super hot that day, and it was Labor Day, and many people were numerous people were in the water swimming that day. It was so hot, you know, and I didn't even know that there was a danger or a warning, you know, or so it's like some people they just go to the beach, but narcissistic abusers who act like they think they're perfect. Like I think it was the last time not the last time I went to the beach, but the last time I went to the beach and got in the water, like maybe last month, and I um asked a question about if the lady knew that there were any jellyfish in the water, and she got mad and screamed at me and said she treated me like I was very stupid and making like I should have had a common sense to look at the colors of the flags. And I'm like, well, damn, like we're supposed to go to the beach and be happy and have fun. I don't see why people need to be a bitch at the fucking beach for no reason. You know, I just asked one simple question: if she knew of any, if there was any jellyfish or if she saw any, you know. And it was a white female, and I don't know if she was just a narcissistic abuser or a perp, or I mean, if she was a gang stalking perp, or you know, or if she was racist, or if she was just a fucking asshole for no reason, you know. But they got too many uptight, angry people. As much shit as I go through my damn daily targeting, I don't get a break. Um, as much as I go through, um, you know, for some reason, I mean, it depends on how severely that if I go through something, and then it's mainly with issues with family, but usually I don't wake up the next. People talk about I dwell on the negative. Well, I don't wake up the next day moody and or upset, you know, unless it's you know, depending on if it's family or so-called Christian people or so-called targeted people, because y'all supposed to have something similar with me and be able to have something, you know, to be more understanding, you know. But random strangers, you know, it depends on how severe the incident is. If I wake up the next morning still mad, you know, and taking it out on others, you know. But well, I guess the last time I woke up still mad at an incident the next day was when I got yelled at about the coffee shop. Yes, you were asleep. You've been sleeping for over an hour. Shucks, I didn't realize I dozed off. Not that I was trying to lie and be deceptive, you know. But I got no sleep and had that harassment the night before, you know. So yeah, I woke up. I got up the next morning after that and was still mad, still shooken up about that, you know. So anyway, I kind of got off track, but another thing that retard Ramona, when she got mad and told me, "You don't go in that water." then right after she got mad and showed zero sympathy for me, saying, "You don't go in that water." And then she turned around and said, "Well, they had this boy. He went swimming, and he got killed by amoeba. Candy, that's so sad." Like as if she felt compassion for a complete random stranger on fucking TV, a stranger on the news than her own damn sister. And they wonder why I fucking hate them. You know, but I've still been freaking merciful and forgiving for too many years. Now I feel like, you know, the fact that they're perping me and they're targets, they don't have to worry about me anymore. You don't have to worry about me being in your life anymore. Foster or biological family, you don't have to worry about me no more. Because they don't want me to just away from them. They want me dead. But then they deliberately and on purpose do stuff to try to drive me, you know, they deliberately and on purpose. How the hell you do that to your own sister? And people will say that it's just jealousy, you know, but it's something deeper than just, or more than just jealousy, you know. So I'm recording in the dark in case these people, I don't know. Maybe well, I don't know how these people feel. I've seen other people freaking record videos in hotel rooms, you know. So I'll turn on the lights so y'all can see me. Um, I've seen other people do videos or whatever in hotel rooms. But yeah, that Marion lady, what you got to hide, that you try to make it like it's against the law to record videos on any hotel property. When I've been doing it for, well, at that time, over a year pretty much. I've been doing videos in hotel rooms. But, you know, they got something to freaking hide. So, this morning, shucks, talking about people being rude for no reason. Most of the time, ghetto black housekeepers at hotel rooms be just rude for no reason or have an attitude for no reason. But my first time or two here, this is my third time here, and it's like the first time I dealt with black housekeepers treat me nice and act like they welcome me here. But earlier this morning, like got up, I only got 2 hours of sleep, and then I ate breakfast and then took a shower, and I went and asked for toilet paper so that they wouldn't knock on my door while I'm in the middle of my videos. I got my laptop with me, so that's why I can try to get longer videos uploaded and talk about some more topics and subjects that I've been wanting to talk about on my phone. But, I can only do like 15 or 20 minutes, because that's just a bad phone. So I didn't want to be interrupted, and then if I were to leave and go somewhere, I really don't like, I really don't feel comfortable with, people go, even though that, I really don't feel comfortable with people going in my room while I'm not here. But Saturday, I met somebody, and I was gonna keep it secret, but I can't because the perps know who this lady is already. And so, you want to know how I know who they are? I mean, you want to know how I know how? I mean, want to know how I know that they know who she is? Because they were riding in a video. I mean, what am I saying? sorry, they were riding in their vehicles with one headlight while I was riding in the SUV with her. So I just met her Saturday when I went to shop for my supplies, my not bills but necessary expenses at Winn-Dixie, buying bags and bladder pads and wipes and sanitizer and stuff. In case they forced diarrhea me on the streets. So, um, I went to Winn-Dixie, and then I went next door to Target, and then on my way back, it was super hot, and that's how she found me in the parking lot and offered me a ride, and me and her started talking, and we both talked about each other's situation, and she was the one. She helped me get this hotel room for a couple more nights. Well, Saturday I spent Saturday. They're probably following her around or doing something evil. I'm surprised she was open minded and non judgmental with me telling her about my targeting, and she seemed like she really really wants to help me, and you know not gonna back down. You know on fighting to get me off the streets. And so it's like with that Hispanic guy from El Salvador, he was nice and stuff, but on my way riding, when he drove me back to the hotel room back in May, um, he started to act a certain kind of weird, and the gang stalkers were they were driving by with one headlight and like on my ass, like really heavy with me and him. And I don't even know if they might have gotten a hold of him or flagged him down or told him something about me. And then he started to just that instantly, just that quickly, um, or he might have been a perp the whole time himself that just wanted to, mad because he didn't get sex out of me that he wanted. You know, when he started to act extra weird, and so I had to cut off contact with him, and he never contacted me back again. I mean, he was talking about marrying me and moving me to El Salvador with him and stuff like that. you know, and he didn't know that great of English. So this lady right here, I hope they don't corrupt her mind. But I didn't tell that guy. I didn't tell him about targeting. Well, I mean, I didn't tell him anything about targeting. And he started to act a certain kind of weird after he dropped me off. But he was trying to physically, coerce me into doing sexual stuff with him that I didn't feel comfortable with. But I'm glad he didn't rape me. But I thought he was a Christian guy that was introduced by another Christian guy that works at a restaurant here that's they're Hispanic. And the other Christian guy, he was he was talking about if I can get a job, he was going to help me get a car, and he was talking about wanting to help me out. But I haven't gone to that restaurant since, and I mean I don't even know if they had corrupted that guy's mind. But he was saying that the guy needed a companion to live with and help him with the bills, and he was supposed to be just a casual friend or whatever. But it seemed like that guy, I don't even remember his name. Um, the Hispanic guy. I wasn't even attracted to him anyway. He looked white. He was Hispanic but looked white. But the reason why I wasn't attracted to him because looks wise, he looked like my former landlord Sam from Los Angeles. you know. So anyway, um, this lady, I told her about my targeting, and she acted like as if she, sympathized and understood, and it was open minded, And I'm glad she was open enough to listen to me, but I'm just hoping that they didn't corrupt her or get to her head or threaten her or something. I warned her in advance, about the stuff that they do. And she looked at her daughter and said, "That's not going to happen to us, right?" And I'm sitting here feeling like, I said, "Well, I hope not." So, it seemed like if a person helped me, then they get targeted too. Or if they stay nice to me, I don't want that to happen. It's like, that's freaking crazy that we got to go through this. Um, that I have to be considered a danger because you can become targeted just like me, just for helping me out, like helping me out of my situation. I guess if an employer were to give me a decent job and train me the proper way rather than just, it seems like a lot of jobs expect you to just know stuff, and they don't train. A lot of jobs expect you to already be experienced, and they don't even train you. you know so she gave me a couple of nights in this hotel room, and because they didn't have any rooms Saturday, but she said she's gonna do whatever to help me get off the streets. And she even offered to co-sign me on an apartment and stuff like that, you know. And she said she's gonna try to see what she can do or talk to somebody. And there was a cab driver I talked to the other day, well, a few days ago, a week ago or something. And he said that he would try to help me get a caregiver's job, that he knew somebody. But it seemed like um when I tweeted on Twitter about how you know we're not allowed to have anything, and we're going through so much suffering as targeted individuals. But then um I said the gang stalkers, it's okay for them to enjoy lobster and steak every day if they wanted to. And then this guy who professed to be Christian, he said something smart ass, and smart ass about how they work, the world work. I don't remember what his exact words were, but he was being smart ass about how it's called working for your money or something like that, he said. And other professed targeted individuals falsely, if you know that they block us from everything, why the hell do they, if you say you're targeted too, why do you feel like you have the same opinion about me as the perps do? And you say that I should go get that low paying you know toilet cleaning job, the $8 toilet cleaning job, or get just whatever I can get my hands on. And I have a whole college degree. But they said that's part of the program, that if to block you from that, leave you only with jobs that you're too overqualified to do. But then nobody wants to hire you because of being overqualified. But they'll set you up with a low paying, when you have a whole bachelor's. I heard some people have targeted people have freaking master's degrees and forced to take on an $8 dishwashing job. I mean $10 dishwashing job, and then get cheated out of their checks. And they allowed them to work because they set up the perping scenario. So when they set it up for them to be workplace mobbed and gang stalked, and then they end up penniless and homeless. That's part of the program. But it's like I'm being manipulated and made to feel like as if I'm not capable of anything, or like I have no skills or no knowledge of anything. I just feel like that, made to feel like, conditioned to feel like the most ignorant, incapable person in the world. And then, one narcissistic person is telling me I can't do this, I can't do that. And then another person say you should be able to do this, and if you don't do it, then you're making excuses. So, I mean, I was thinking up all kinds of thoughts while I was in the bathroom taking a shower, and I guess I usually I have a whole bunch on my mind, and then by the time it's time to do a video, then all my mind goes blank. Oh yeah, this morning what I wanted to try to say was oh yeah, I think I already said it, that the there were two housekeepers that got an attitude with me this morning. No, I didn't say it. They got an attitude with me this morning when I asked for toilet paper because I felt like I just wanted to get toilet paper and that was it. I didn't need anything else. I just wanted to get toilet paper and I didn't want them knocking on my door while I was doing my video. So I just went to get what I needed and then hurry up and come back and, try to work on doing videos and writing my short stories or working on my books or whatever. I'm not sure what else I'll do. But like they got an attitude and were hesitant to give me toilet paper. Usually they give me toilet paper with no problem, even the ones who do get an attitude. But I wasn't. They acted like they wanted me to wait for them to come around or wait on them. You know, I'm like, damn. I just want to go on about my day. You know, and I usually ask for 2 rolls of toilet paper because the fact that they force diarrhea me. I never know when they'll randomly hit me with the energy weapons and make me diarrhea. And they laugh, perps probably laugh when they do it. But yeah, those housekeepers, they had an attitude with me when I was just trying to get toilet paper, and I already told them what room that I was in, and I said that that's all I needed, because I get startled, when I even if I'm just trying to rest, and they knock on my door and say housekeeping, and then I get startled, I know they need to do their job and stuff, that's their job. I know they got to do their job, so it's like I just don't know why they acted like they didn't want to give me toilet paper. Any other time they don't have a problem with other ones, but so yeah, so us feel a certain kind of uncomfortable, and I feel a certain kind of uncomfortable and feel like I have less freedom. Like I feel more tense and anxious. Like I don't feel as free flowing anymore because of people from my past and certain family members. The possibility of them looking at and watching all my videos. You know, they have free time on their hands to do that. You know, to watch my every move. But then somehow they have a decent job, what where they can drive around in newer cars and be able to be set for life, and taking care of themselves and their kids. You know, my social security is supposed to be set for life, but it's a very small check and still not guaranteed. You know, but back to what I was saying about that lady. She was talking about co-signing me up an apartment or something. I'm like, oh man, because again, like I feel hesitant with signing apartment leases. I know I need to get off the streets, but I need to think about something like maybe I could just stay residing at that apartment or house or something. But if they get with the noise or whatever, that maybe if but I can't escape fast enough. I wish I could live in. I mean, I wish I did have that opportunity. I wish they wouldn't have stolen that opportunity with that cottage. I wish they wouldn't have stolen that from me because that would have been the perfect and ideal place And the perps ruined it on purpose. It was people, like, I was the first one to get there, and I was on the bus. And then as I was leaving, they had these demonic looking white female, druggy looking perps driving around in a luxury. I think it was an old used raggedy Jaguar. But y'all have a freaking place. Why the hell y'all need to come and take what? If they come, I don't even know. They come with a deceitful looking smile on their face. They look like demon faced witches or something. And then that man that with the cottage, he kept advertising. It's like I think they must have told him something about me. And then and then it's made to, like, even before I got my first job at Popeyes, I didn't know I was blacklisted, but then they allowed me to work at Popeyes to set me up for gang stalking. How you, a 17-year-old child, and people wonder why my twin sister had such a great time working at Pizza Hut. She didn't have to worry about people getting an attitude with her or her boss giving her problems. And that boss at Pizza Hut said, I can only hire one of y'all. And they had this stupid rule or law in New Orleans. I don't know if it's all over, that two siblings or two relatives can't work the same job. But it took me way longer to work at Popeyes. And then they set up the gang stalking. But if I try to look for jobs, some people be like, well, keep calling them, keep calling them. And then other people say, oh, well, you drive the employer away if you call him and you keep bothering him or you keep pestering him for a job, So I was young. I didn't know what to do. One time, it was before my Popeyes job, I tried to get a job at the bowling alley. And the white manager threatened to have me arrested and put in jail for harassment because I was, I only asked like one or two times after, if they'll tell you something and they just keep playing games, you know. But the foster mom made sure she knew. I mean, she wanted everybody to know who I was and to make sure everybody hate me with the smear campaign, you know. But I guess I'm done with talking about this topic right here. The video turned out. I mean, it wasn't even what I was expecting to talk about, but it's my life. It wasn't something I planned to talk about, and it's longer than I intended. So I'm glad I was able to vent and stuff. But I mean, at night, if they're doing the noise harassment at night, I can't you know I can't escape and leave the house at night. Last night in the middle of the night, you know, which was early this morning, at least twice, people in their vehicles around 1:30 and 2:30 in the morning, boom, 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 loud music from the vehicles that time of morning. What happened to them being arrested for noise, nuisance, disturbance? But then, and another person walked by right by my hotel room at exactly 1:31 in the morning. um, at my hotel room door, um, blasting music at the loudest volume from their phone, and they wait till they got right by my hotel room to turn it all the way up. But then I'm the troublemaker if I start filming what they're doing, and they're made to look like the innocent ones, like I'm the one who's a bully that's bothering them for filming what they're doing, and they walk around like fake gangsters, fake thugs. And blasting loud music does not make you a real thug, because your ass is a coward, a scary ass coward, you know. And so I got laptop on my belly. That's why you see it keep moving. And then somebody else blasted the music from their vehicle at exactly 2:27 or 2:29 a.m. also. So, okay, I'm going to go now, and I'm going to do another video. Bye.